Well, folks, it has begun. As predicted, the wave of analyst price target increases on Tesla stock after the stock surges, coming in thick, hard and fast. Wait, that sounded a bit weird. Anyway, Ben Kao has raised his Tesla price target to $480 per share, wait for it, from $280 per share. Ben cited a reverse-engineered reason to explain why he didn't see this ahead of time. Sorry, I misread that. He said, expedited regulatory process for Tesla's new Cybercab, ongoing cost reductions, and the planned launch of more affordable vehicle models in the first half of 2025. Additionally, the connections between Elon Musk and President-elect Trump were seen as a positive influence on the company's future. But wait, there's more. By the way, bro, 280 to 480? This is wild. A couple of days ago, there wasn't a single price target from an analyst on Wall Street for Tesla above $421 per share. And now they're all just leapfrogging over that mark because of stock surge. Because they have new information, very positive new information on many different things that dramatically change Tesla's underlying value as a company. And now, from Garrett Nelson, he's also raised his price target to $560 per share, up from $450. But wait, we'll talk more about that in a moment. Maintaining a buy rating. Quote, we raise our 12-month price target to $560 from $450 based on some earnings. Who cares? Whatever. Cool story, bro. Okay. See, here's the thing. Garrett, I believe, may in fact be the same guy. I'm not certain, so don't quote me on this, but I think Garrett might have been the same guy previously who was recommending investors buy Lucid stock. Well, isn't that the same guy? Did I imagine that? So before we get to this explanation, Garrett seems $450. Didn't I say that a few days ago there wasn't a single analyst on Wall Street with a price target over $421? Was I wrong? Well, no, I wasn't. We'll get to that. So let's read his rationale. Skipping over the earnings bullshit. Okay, cool story, bro. Your earnings increase, estimates increase. Our estimate revisions reflect both higher revenue related to high margin regulatory credits from the expected cancellation of the federal EV credit and lower unit cost assumptions. We anticipate the federal EV tax credit will be discontinued under new tax legislation. Cool story, bro. Yeah, okay, cool. It will probably. Great. And we expect this will have a disproportionate impact on the sales of non-Tesla EV models. This should benefit Tesla by increasing its automotive regulatory credit revenue due to programs such as California's zero-emission vehicle program, which should result in Tesla earning more tradable zero-emission vehicle credits than other automakers. Yeah, okay, cool. So did they really just do a price target increase on earnings being up because of regulatory credit sales? So now we've got to get to the bottom of the mystery. How exactly did Garrett have a $450 price target? But like a couple of days ago, there wasn't a single analyst on Wall Street who was over $421. Well, as Sawyer pointed out, quote, what's funny is that Garrett increased his Tesla price target to $450 from $375 just 9 days ago. Requoting what he just posted, right? So none of what he stated below to justify his now $560 price target is new information. So the guy literally basically copy-pasted his rationale for going from $375 to $450, and now he's gone $450 to $650. Definitely not because the stock went any higher. I totally respect and admire Garrett. He's very competent. I'm totally not trolling. What a smart guy. I just have to check. Was he the guy that was recommending Lucid now? Well, I did some digging. November 26, 2021, Behind the Wall, CFRA, where Garrett works. Analyst says Lucid stock is in a class of its own. Well, this is going to be fun. All right, I've just searched for the guy's name just to be sure. Does Lucid have what it takes to take down Goliath in the highly competitive EV market? No. Let's read the article more. To answer that question, we sat down with one of Lucid's, as in Lucid stock's biggest sell-side bulls, Garrett Nelson of CFRA Research. Nelson rated Lucid Group a buy with a $35 price target on October 5th and a target that has since been raised to $65. He told me he liked the stock for its, quote, management team and financial backing, the attractiveness and reservations of their initial vehicle model, the Lucid ETHEREUM. So hang on a second. All right, so $65. When was this published? November 21, was it? God damn it. Okay, November 26, 2021. Keep that date in mind. So here on the chart was when Garrett had his $65 price target on Lucid stock. How have we performed since? Well, it only went in one direction from that point. Down 50, 60, 70, 86, 95%. Of course, it's not Garrett's fault that he made this abominable call. It's not like it was extremely obvious that the company was extremely overvalued, likely doomed, and didn't matter whether or not they had a Saudi sugar daddy or lots of potential capital coming in. They didn't have a viable business or a viable business model, and they were competing with Tesla. So we can give Garrett a pass on this. He's very credible, especially when it comes to his rationale behind his stock recommendations. Definitely not a muppet. Meanwhile, another short clip in the finance media, another analyst talking Tesla suddenly the narrative becoming extremely positive. Now, I'm not singling this guy out. He may have been very positive the entire time. I'm just saying, where was all this bullishness? The stock was in the $100 range less than a year ago.
At least in the last few weeks, has been, okay, maybe you do get a wholesale reinvention of federal mobility policy, but the technology itself is still not there on Robotaxi. We're still doing demonstrations on movie studio lots. How do you answer that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's literally been the pushback for the past 7 years on Tesla. And for the most part, those bears have been destroyed in that trade. Now, I'm not saying that it won't happen. However, let's look at sort of the positives, and then let's weigh what the negatives are. If we look at the positives here, you've kind of bottomed from a delivery perspective. You've got a Model 2 that's going to be announced on the auto side. You've got an energy piece of the business that has a higher ROIC, return on invested capital, than the other components of the business that's sold out for the next 3 years. You have sort of autonomy, that's going to come in, and probably a pro-regulatory environment for that, given Elon's position in the, around the government. And then you also have a play on XAI, which, for most people you can't buy into that directly, and so this is a proxy on that. On the negative side, you're going to get likely cuts on subsidies, which advantages Tesla in the long run. Near term, it's probably a hit on the gross margins. I see more positives than negatives, and I think that's why you're seeing the stock continue to move up.
Dude makes a lot of valid points. And now sometimes you just got to give credit where it's due. Remember ARK Invest, the laughing stock of Wall Street until they weren't? I saw this from Nicholas on X. Remember when ARK, almost half a decade ago, shared their estimates for what Tesla could be worth? Their bear case, their expected value, and the bull case? Well, you can't fucking make this shit up. Split adjusted, ARK's 2024 $7,000 per share price target for Tesla, their fair valuation, same shit, after a 5-for-1 and a 3-for-1 stock split, is exactly $466.67. I'm just going to say that again. 5 years ago, these motherfuckers put out some research with an expected fair valuation for Tesla 5 years in the future, and Tesla's stock is within pissing distance of that exact number, and in fact, hit it a couple of days ago. Incredible stuff. Great research. You got to give credit, right? Amazing stuff. Their research is fantastic. Their capital management, well, to be determined. Unbelievable. Remember, everyone was laughing at ARK for years after this. The company, they sound completely unhinged. Ridiculous, they're insane, blah, 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 what are they smoking? Well, not bad. Now, it's obviously impossible to know what a stock's going to do. This is why it's more important to focus on the underlying value of the company, right? You notice they call this the expected value, not our estimate of what investors will be paying for the stock in the future. But it just so happens right now, there's a pretty strong correlation between those two things. And why do I mention this? Well, it just so happens that ARK every year update their Tesla 5-year valuation, and their expected value for Tesla in 2029, as I record this, is $2,600 per share. Roughly 5 or 6 times where we are right as I record this. Will we be talking about their 2029 fair valuation for Tesla in 2029? Having this very discussion toward the end of the year going, well, what do you fucking know? Happened again. I don't know the answer to that. I'm just saying they do have some credibility when it comes to their long-term predictions about the underlying value of Tesla, the company. Amazing stuff. While we're talking about past predictions, understanding it on the longer term, just wanted to give a special shout out to Andrea James, the OG Tesla stock analyst. There's a bit of a backstory here, but Alexandra Mers, Tesla Boomer Mama, asked the question, who got you into Tesla stock? One of the people responding to that question named Andrea James. Alexandra tags her. Next minute, Andrea sees this and says, congratulations, Tesla Bulls. What a journey this continues to be, onward and upward. A response to this, my favourite Andrea moments were the polite but firm, tight-lipped grimaces of disapproval during mainstream media interviews where the host would make false statements about Tesla, often burying the false statements in a question. So, to wrap today's video, Andrea James, more than a decade ago, discussing Tesla in the mainstream finance media. What an absolute legend.
The IP is real, the factory is real, and the management team is real.
You talk to a lot of other chief operating officers. I talked to Bob Carter just recently from Toyota. They're not concerned about needing some IP from Tesla. They can all produce electric cars that'll run the same amount of time on a charge, that'll do the same kind of performance figures. So it's just about the design of the vehicle, and I feel like Tesla is going to have a lot of competition.
Why haven't they done it yet? Why haven't they done it yet?
No, they're going to definitely be coming out. I mean, the i8 will be a great example, right? It's coming out very soon, and it's definitely going to take the wind out of the sails, at least at the top end, the luxury end of Tesla. I think
I'd like to see their cost per kilowatt hour. Matt, you challenge them. Ask them their cost per kilowatt hour. See if they can get as low as Tesla's. Tesla's under $300 per kilowatt hour. I don't think anyone else is there.
But Tesla's still a $100,000 car, right? So they've got to come down substantially to be able to sell to the masses, and as soon as they have achieved that, they're going to have all of this competition from Volkswagen, from Toyota, from even Chevy, right?
Absolute fucking classic. More than a decade ago, the competition is coming. Andrea's face, she really does have no poker face there. The shit where he's just talking absolute garbage and she's just thinking, what an absolute fucking retard. How do I politely tell him he's a moron? I mean, look at the lips pursing and the grimace. It's just so fucking funny, dude. Anyway, my point is that there's a more than decade-long history of supposed experts and many talking heads not understanding Tesla. That has not changed. Make of that what you will. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. And look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.